Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. We're going to have a Warrior Wisdom Wednesday. I'm going to give a little passage from this book. Now, before we get started, just want to thank everybody for joining, everybody for downloading the free ebook at enjoylifesafely.com, getting the newsletter, commenting, sharing, listening to the podcast. Thank you to all of you. And I'm drinking out of my wisdom cup this morning because I'm doing a little bit of warrior wisdom. Instead of the quotes from the Warrior Wisdom books, the different ones I have by that title, I wanted to share something from Full Contact Karate by Jean Yves Theriault. I bought this book back in 1983 when it first came out. I was in high school. So I've had this book for a while. And I liked this then. I like it now. And it's the closing at the very end of the book. And I want to share that with you. In my opinion, the way you carry yourself as a person outside the ring is as important as your strategy in the ring. No matter what position you hold in full contact karate, whether it be amateur or world title holder, your actions reflect on the sport and everyone involved in it. Although some boasting and chest beating are all part of the fight game, it should not be taken to an extreme that would discredit the sport. When a fighter begins making a spectacle of himself, he makes everyone look bad. A disrespectful attitude will make your position, no matter how high, a sour one in the eyes of fellow fighters, promoters, and fans. Be proud of and confident in your abilities, but at all times try to understand the position you hold and its influence on young fighters who are coming up. The example of sportsmanship you set should be a healthy one that others will be proud to follow. Good ring conduct is often rewarded with victory. Full contact karate training not only builds a strong body, but strong character in individuals as well. I really like that, and I agree with it. That's some of the problem I have with some of the MMA when people became spectacles and no respect to others and so forth. And I never liked that part. I think sportsmanship and respect, they need to be there. You need to have strong character. One of my instructors from way back in the 80s is when I started training with him, Dennis Dallas. He told me when I started teaching in the late 90s, Alain, if all you teach are the techniques and physical, and you don't incorporate character building in the teaching that you do, you're missing out on a big part of what martial arts can bring to people. And I took that to heart, and I believe that. And so that was, said in this book way back in the 80s, and it's still true today. That's a little bit of warrior wisdom that I think all of us can use, not just martial artists, but especially to those of us in the martial arts. Not just full contact karate, but any martial arts. We need to have that as well. Want to say hi to Vito? Thank you for joining. Want to say good morning to Dixon. Thank you for joining. Dixon said, preach, brother. Appreciate that, Dixon. So that's my little message today. A little bit of warrior wisdom from this older book off the shelf that's as true today as it was when he wrote it, and it's going to be true in the future as well. For all my fellow martial artists, we must remember that character is as important, or maybe even more important, than technique. Make it a Warrior Wednesday with tons and tons of wisdom. And I will see you tomorrow.